The thing you really want might be what you've always ignored. Using psychology to find direction and build a life system that's truly yours. Have you ever felt like you're constantly busy, but you're not even sure why you're doing what you're doing? Like everything on your schedule looks important, but deep down, something just feels off? At night, when you're finally alone, there's that quiet voice asking, is this really what I want? That confusion, that sense of drifting, is something almost everyone faces at some point. You're not lacking motivation or discipline. You've just been running toward a goal that maybe was never really yours. So in today's video, let's talk about how to figure out what you actually want to do with your life and how to build a sustainable system around it based on psychology, not just productivity hacks. We grow up being told what to do at every step. Study hard, get good grades, pick a stable major, land a secure job. So we follow the script. And at first, it makes sense. But here's the problem. No one ever asks us what we want. In psychology, there's a concept called external control. It's when your decisions are driven by what others expect or what society tells you is right, not by what actually energizes or fulfills you. So you end up checking boxes, the degree, the job, the routine. But even after all that, you still feel empty. That's not failure. That's misalignment. So, how we find what we actually want? First, stop asking, what's the most successful path? And start asking, what gives me energy when I do it? Psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi calls this flow, that state where you're so engaged, you lose track of time. Maybe it's writing, designing, solving problems, helping people. If it recharges you instead of draining you, that's a sign. Second, think back to your childhood. What did you love doing before anyone told you what was valuable? Those silly little hobbies might hold the key to your deepest strengths. Third, pay attention to your strongest emotions. What really gets under your skin? What makes you light up? Psychology teaches us that emotions often point to our core values. Anger at injustice might mean you value fairness. Feeling inspired by art could mean creativity matters more to you than you realized. These aren't random feelings, they're clues. Once you have a sense of direction, don't just drop everything and chase passion. Build a system that helps you grow gradually and sustainably. Start with a vision, not just a to-do list. Picture your life 5 years from now. What does it look like? What do you care about? What kind of work, relationships, lifestyle feels aligned with your values? Let that vision guide your current decisions. Then, set up feedback loops. Not routines based on guilt, but small actions that show progress. Want to create? Start sharing online. Want to teach? Explain concepts to a friend. Want to design? Build tiny projects. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about building momentum. Finally, make it human. A good life system supports you. It doesn't crush you. You don't need a rigid plan. You need a rhythm. Something you can actually live with. A few hours a week, a monthly check-in, a guilt-free rest day. That's not laziness. That's sustainability. And here's the most important part. You don't need the perfect answer to start. Purpose doesn't arrive before action. It shows up because of action. Direction grows out of motion. You don't need to know exactly what you want. You just need to do what feels real enough, true enough, good enough to begin. Start messy. Start small. Start now. 1 year from now, you'll be grateful you did. So if you're ready, drop a comment below and say, I'm ready to start. Let's build something real.